Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's Big Brother Canada, not
Whatever.
Digital Daily, episode recap.
Oh, hi! It's episode 27.
Oh my goodness.
We're getting there.
We're getting down to it.
Only 2 more after this one.
Mm-hmm.
So last time Spicy was evicted like a turd, getting blown out of the toilet.
Ew. It feels like so long ago.
And there was no new HOH. But on the way out, she did drop a few turds.
She did. She outed the Hot Chocolate Alliance.
Oh.
She outed her final 2 with Anthony. So,
But she didn't say. She just said what the names were. She didn't say,
Right.
This is an alliance, and these are the people who were in it.
Can you imagine if she did?
That would have been amazing.
It would have been wild. But, I mean, it definitely left Bailey and Todd asking some questions.
Later on, Bailey was like, hot chocolates, what's that?
I mean, I think the fact that Lexus wasn't reacting to this at all, like, was not also
'cause
asking
Todd
should
was like,
be a giveaway.
Well, who was in the hot chocolates?
And no one answered. Nobody said
Crickets.
anything, which is so sus and should give you the answer that you are looking for.
All right, well, Anthony and Bailey are laying around like a bunch of loads. Would you put me up?
She says no. I mean, even if she wanted him out, it doesn't matter if she puts him up on the block here, because it all comes down to the veto.
Right. Well, I mean, he does want to have that, like, I've
never been
on the
nominated.
block the whole 2 times. I've probably played the longest out of anybody in all of Big Brother Canada because I played 2 complete seasons.
He has. I mean, that is true.
Yeah. So she wants to know, what's hot chocolate?
Yeah, so she asks again, and he's like, well, it was, I don't know. She figures out, she pulls it out of him. Anthony, Spicy, Kayla, Avery.
What about Lexus?
He does not include Lexus in that at first, and then he slips up, and he mentions her name, and Bailey's like, so Lexus is in it. And he's like,
It
not
wasn't
really.
anything. It wasn't anything.
He
Didn't
was
mean
trying
anything.
to say that it was just a way for Spicy and Kayla to make, or not Spicy, Kayla and Avery to make sure they stay off the block week 1. But, like, it was more than that.
Yeah. It wasn't anything. Great explanation.
So he's really
Anthony.
downplaying it because he knows that if Bailey is aware that Lexus and Anthony were in this alliance for a long time, chances are they're going to take each other to the final 2. And Bailey, of course, is not going to be down with that.
Well, she knows what's up because she's not completely brain dead.
No.
So Arissa calls everyone into the living room and she said, guess what? We're moments away from the penultimate HOH comp.
And they said, no! Or at least Bailey did.
All right, so it's time for the HOH comp. Get your asses
It's in
to
the
the trophy room.
That's a nice little change up.
Yeah. So it's called Before and After. I think you cats are familiar with this one.
I mean, they were studying for this, so here we go.
Yes. It's, whoever has the most after what, like 7?
Mm-hmm. I gotta say, I feel like the questions in Canada are so much harder than the U.S.
They're really hard.
They're asking about, like, the order that people went in competitions and yada, yada, yada. Where I feel like BBUS is like, what came first? Day 3 or day 1?
Canada's like, did Bailey wink before Anthony farted?
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
Very specific.
It is.
All right, so Lexus was leading
up to the last question,
which she got wrong and Bailey got right.
Todd was not far behind. He put up a good performance.
Because the first question he was like,
yeah, he got 4 and Lexus and Bailey both got 5.
all right,
So
tiebreaker, get out the chalkboards.
Mm-hmm.
So Bailey won the tiebreaker.
Whoa.
Do you remember what it was?
It was the total scores of everybody added together from the one where you had to slide the milkshake down the lane.
Oh, God.
So the answer, I believe, was 209.
Mm-hmm.
And Bailey was closer, so she won HOH.
Price is Right rules.
I'm not sure if it was Price is Right rules.
Really?
You might have been able to be over.
Oh.
I think it was just whoever's closer, but I don't know for sure.
All right, well, she is so emotional after this. She runs up and celebrates by herself in the bathroom.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big deal.
Good old mirror cry. And God darn it, were those mirrors filthy.
Oh my God, that was disgusting. Makes me want to go home right now and clean my mirror because I never want it to look like that.
I never saw such filthy mirrors.
Yeah, but this is a big deal because not only did she win HOH, but she has guaranteed herself a spot in the final 3, in the finale.
Yeah.
So it's big.
Yeah, it is huge.
Mm-hmm.
So it's time to see her HOH room.
Oh my God.
Guess what she got from Wieners? A Skinner suit. A girl one.
It was basically a Skinner's dress.
Yeah. So that's nice for her.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Bailey chose Todd for Wendy's, and guess who the server was?
Bailey's girlfriend.
Oh, too bad their dog wasn't there too.
Imagine. Yeah, this was fun though because it was actually their anniversary, which they talked about on the digital dailies.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they got to see each other. Very sweet.
Yeah. Great. It's her anniversary, and she's rolling around with Anthony.
She's not rolling around with him.
All right. Whatever. So Bailey knows that Anthony is playing everyone.
Yeah.
Thank God.
And she was like, I need to make sure that Todd and I are on the same page just in case one of us wins the veto because she wants Anthony to go. She's like, I know he had other stuff going on. I can't trust him.
It's the only way they're going to win is to get rid of Anthony.
I'm glad that they're picking up on this because, he needs to go.
Well, she's not going to nominate him now. Number one, because it doesn't mean anything. And number two, it means something to him. So she's going to throw him that bone so he shuts the hell up.
She wants to keep him calm. She doesn't need him freaking out right now.
All right.
So Todd's like, all right, let's go. Let's do this.
All right, Canada. It's the bbcan Awards.
Yay! So we didn't get to see them getting ready at all, but that's okay. We did see them walk out and go on the red carpet.
Yes. So Todd walked out first, and
Bunny.
Jed was out there doing the step and repeat interviews.
Jed. Season 9.
Todd had no clue who he was.
Yikes. He doesn't know anything about the throuple. Like, I'm pretty sure Todd said he started watching the show a week before he went in the house, which is insane.
Oh, was it a whole week?
I don't know. It might have been part of a
sequester?
Week. Probably.
All right, well.
That's wild, though.
Bailey, Alexis. Who are you wearing? What are you wearing? Are you wearing anything?
Jed, I think we could do a little bit better with our red carpet questions here. Just saying.
Yeah. Bailey, do your meme face.
Well, he said out of anybody, she had like the best reaction faces all season. I mean, she definitely had the best reactions. She was always like, ah!
I loved her screams.
Yes.
All right. And Anthony's outfit actually fit. If you remember back to Anthony's original season, I don't know whether he wrote down the wrong sizes, like for the costumes and everything that he required, or they just couldn't get them that big. But he never had costumes or the clothing for the bbcan Awards that fit. They were always like ripped or too short, or he busted through a lot of those clothes because they just weren't the right size.
No, well, I thought everybody looked great.
They did.
They did a really good job with the fashion this season.
Absolutely. So then they had King Koozie come out.
Big Daddy King! Yeah.
And I was just like...
I'm so excited to see Koozie again.
Yeah.
But I'm also so sad, that we didn't get to see her on live feeds on her season.
Yeah.
She said, digital dailies!
She was great, though. She roasted everybody.
She's like...
Again, Todd had no clue.
No. No.
So then she told jokes about everybody, which were really good.
She's like the Canadian Zingbot.
Yeah, she roasted everybody. And FYI, in case you wanted to know, Todd wants everyone to know that he has a decent-sized wiener.
He's like, why did she say I have a small package? Not decent-sized wiener. That was hilarious.
Decent-sized.
Very funny.
I wonder what that means.
I don't really need to know the specifics.
He is 5'10", so you do the math. All right, so let's get right to the awards.
All right.
The freakiest...
They didn't show all the awards, by the way. They just showed a few.
Right.
Yeah, freakiest moment.
Right. Is that the skinnis or the jump scares from the massacre, movie night massacre? I thought for sure Skinnis was going to win because I'm pretty sure that's who we voted for. But the jump scares won.
I mean, I will say the jump scares were funny, but like Skinnis is on another level, and yet again, Skinnis was robbed.
Yeah, that's
Skinnis should have won the movie festival as well, but it didn't. So yeah, that was disappointing. But I feel like they almost like made the jump scares one win because they wanted to do their little gag of having
the creeper
another
come back.
Jump scare. Yeah, I wonder if that was Craig Brown, the speed walker.
It might be. It might be.
Yeah.
All right, so we get a little commercial break to remind us to vote for Canada's favorite for season 12, which will be Todd.
I mean, he's got a great shot at it. The East Coast...
He's not going to heaven for nothing.
East Coast always comes out to support, and I think that Todd is kind of being set up here at the end to win because, let's face it, he was entertaining as hell. Okay, though, like, there's so many people online who are like, Todd was so boring, blah, blah, blah.
What?
I think you just don't get Todd.
Todd was the shining beacon of the season. If it wasn't for Todd, I probably would have shut this thing off and not watched it.
I will say also, Bailey, super entertaining throughout the season.
But Todd.
I know. Spicy, also super entertaining throughout the season, even though she pissed me off a lot.
Most of the show.
But she was very entertaining.
All right. Well, now the winningest moment.
Oh, winners.
It's Bailey off the grid.
Mm-hmm. That's the one where you had to put the puzzle together without being able to see it.
I did not find that entertaining. And Todd down the drain in his little tugboat.
Mm-hmm. So, Todd down the drain
Of course it's Todd! Come on!
I think this is definitely, like, showing us a little glimpse at who's gonna win.
I hope so. The biggest gross out moment. Don't Panic versus In Crust We Trust.
Why the gross stuff? Ew. I'm surprised they didn't have a category of, like, best spitting moment because they seem to be obsessed with that this season.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So it was Don't Panic when Spicy V got naked because she thought things were biting her.
Well, I said this before and I'll say it again. Please stop having competitions that involve live animals and or insects. Like, we don't need that. You can do just fine without it.
Why don't you just tase them? All right, the best Toddisms. You see a pattern here?
That's what I'm saying. There's really getting that Canada's
There's no
edit.
winners or losers because either way, it's Todd. So it was Bedtime Story where Todd fell asleep.
During Elijah's short story.
Who wouldn't have? And Nommed and Confused when Todd didn't know that he should go sit in the nomination chair.
Yeah. And again, I think...
no losers here.
Elijah was a really good supporting actor in that one because he was all like, Todd!
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so the nominations won. Nominated
Right.
and Confused won.
Either way, you would have won.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so then they got to watch the highlight reel. Let's hold hands while we watch. They loved it.
So, you know, there was the triumphs, the
'Cause
tears. They like watching themselves.
themselves.
I will say, though, that would be so cool to, like, do the entire season, and then you finally get to see what you look like on the show, and, like, see what the house looks like.
I'm always so surprised that they don't know what they look like on TV.
I mean, it's, I'm sure, a weird feeling to actually see
so.
yourself on the show.
Yeah.
You know? You've just been living it this whole time. Now you actually get to see it, like, cut together, and
Right.
it's weird.
Made it nice.
It just reminds them, like, oh my god, I'm on a TV show. What?
How many people are watching, though? All right, so Todd misses Tola. Boo-hoo. We don't.
This was kind of just a weird, like, nothing segment, but it transitioned into
Jury
the
House.
Jury House. Yay! I was not expecting a Jury House segment tonight, so I
No.
was very pleased to see it.
All right, so everybody's hot tubbing, you know, because Todd made that a thing in the house.
Wasn't Elijah the big hot tubber?
Yeah, but Todd took over for that. He really got hooked on the hot tubbing.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why his wiener got so small.
Oh, God!
I don't know, but Tola thinks he's going back in the house.
Yeah, what was that? Was he actually thinking that, or was that just their way of promoting the whole, like, you can do Photoshop stuff on this phone?
I think that's probably, you can do Photoshop stuff on this phone because, come on, do the math, Tola.
You really think somebody's going back in there? There's literally days left.
I know.
Come on.
All right, and then Spicy arrives like a turd.
Ah!
She rolls out like she's doing the walk of shame in that nighttime outfit during the day.
That outfit was too much.
It was bad. And then she's like, Anthony sent me here.
Yeah,
Send
everybody
me
was
jury.
shook it. And I love how she was like, I had a final two with Anthony. And Elijah's like, I knew it. Did you, though? Everyone was freaking oblivious somehow throughout the season. You really didn't think that the two All-Stars were working together? Everyone, come on.
Well, Tola's pretty happy because he thinks it's a little dose of karma there.
Yeah, he feels like Spicy took him out, so...
Well, she's attempting not to be bitter. Good luck.
She's fucking better.
Good.
This jury, overall...
Very bitter.
Very bitter against Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
Very bitter against Lexus.
Mm-hmm.
I think part of it is, like, they are pissed because they got outplayed.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, a lot of this stuff, they had the opportunities to take Anthony out, and they didn't. And part of that's on them.
All right, well, it's time for the noms, and Bailey was true to her word. She did not nominate Anthony. She nominated Todd and Lexus, because it just doesn't matter.
It just doesn't matter.
All right, so who's going to win the final veto? That's what matters.
We already know. If you've been watching the digital dailies or the recap streams, you know. We won't say it now, just in case anybody doesn't want to know.
This isn't a spoiler video.
Yeah. Yeah. But,
right. Mm-hmm.
We're going to find out officially on Tuesday night's episode. Where there will be a special eviction.
Baby. Probably the beginning of the part
Final
1 of the HOH.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to probably show like a few minutes of it.
Yeah, you know, they like to cram that all in on finale night.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for watching. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. What'd you think of the BB Can Awards? I thought that they did a good job.
I thought it was too short.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen all the awards.
I mean, if we're going to get a filler show, I think that BB Can usually does a really good job of it. So I'm good with it. It's cool.
All right.
I love the production value.
As always.
Yes. So, thank you all so much for watching. And until Tuesday.
Tomorrow, Tuesday.
Remember, no more digital dailies.
Oh.
So, we'll see you all on Tuesday. So, until then, much love.